I loved it that when she wrote in the extended version, the first sentence was, what is this ghosting thing about? So I do want to spend a good amount of time on just talking about ghosting, which we've certainly talked about in previous episodes, but I think it's something to be said about it, because I think you can easily find equal amounts of people who think it's totally fine and okay, and then another group of people that feel like it's the worst thing in the world and it's abusive and it's messed up. And I think both are right. I just think it is all about timing. But before we get into what we think about ghosting, I do want to read what ghosting is. And y'all, you can find a million definitions of it, but in general, I very much agree with how this is defined. It says ghosting is when someone suddenly stops communicating with you without explanation, often in a digital context like through text, emails, or calls. However, it can also happen in a social situation. Some mental health professionals consider ghosting to be a form of emotional abuse, emotional cruelty, or passive aggressive behavior, and it can leave the person on the receiving end feeling hurt, confused, and or disrespected. I concur. What do you think? Do you think ghosting is wrong and should be avoided?
I think we had to make a distinction.
Mm-hmm.
That just because something is painful to you doesn't mean it's bad for you.
Hataboshata Jesus. Hatabo. Sorry.
Like, there are things that are good for you that will be painful.
Yes.
And we think in what you described that just because it's painful, it's bad for you.
That's right.
And it's wrong.
That's right.
But that's not always the case.
No.
And that's why you said both things can be right.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe both things are right.
Mm-hmm.
People, it is bad in the sense that it hurts.
Yeah.
But I think that we are always looking, people want certainty, right? They want to understand what's going on. They want to know.
Mm-hmm.
And since the beginning of time, I know since the beginning of my life, my parents said it, my grandparents said it, so I know their parents said it and their parents before them said it, is that communication is verbal and nonverbal.
Yes.
That nonverbal communication almost speaks more words and more to the true intentions of somebody than the actual verbal side of communication.
Mm-hmm.
Ghosting is communicating that I no longer want to do this with you.
Mm. Yep.
Is it painful?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
But is it bad for you?
No.
No.
No. It wasn't a good decision on their part, as in they made a bad decision, but
is it bad for you? No. Because guess what? If the person don't want to be with you, that ain't the person for you.
Yeah. Or they don't respect you enough to tell you that.
That ain't the person
That's
for you.
not the person for you.
So it's like, I just want us to understand that there is a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Because we like to put that together. Just because it hurts is bad. No. Sometimes, like, we've gone through, I mean, you see it all the time, and we need to take things sometimes out of the context of our emotions because we can't properly judge them or evaluate them when we put our emotions in.
Yeah.
But if we put it into even like medical things, like you've done that, like you walk with your mom through a journey of like cancer, and like I've had, medical procedures, and I've had family members that have gone through things that sometimes that road to recovery, there are some painful things that you have to endure.
That's right.
To that road of recovery.
That's right.
It's not, those things aren't bad.
No, they're necessary.
They're necessary for you to heal and be in the place where you also need to be. That's going to be best for yourself.
So good, man. So good. It's very true. I have been ghosted more times than I've done ghosting. And yeah, it sucks, especially when I feel like it's not, especially when I feel like it's like incredibly noticeable. Like I think when you first meet someone and there's no pattern established in communication, you just met them, you talk whenever, right? There's no cadence like you're talking every day or every couple of days. If they just randomly don't respond, it's to me, those are like whatever. Like I don't even know that man's last name. But I think it's really shitty when you date someone or you create an intimate relationship with them and you establish a connection and then you aren't, brave enough or whatever to just say something has gone on, even if it's just your interpretation of what has gone on. that you just don't like it enough to be like, I'm good on this. And you don't think enough of them or maybe even yourself to just say, hey, I'm good on this. Now I get it. It does not feel good to like call somebody, text them, or look them in their face and be like, this has been nice, but I'm done on this, because of course they're going to want to know why. They're going to ask you what they did wrong, or are you sure? They may want to dispute your decision. So I'm not saying it's easy. To your point, even having a conversation instead of ghosting is not easy, but I think that if you are a person of integrity, it's just a choice that you wouldn't make. But everything you said about when it happens to you, it is absolutely take it for God's protection for you. Because again, anyone who would just be in a cadence and frequency in your life, y'all talking every couple days or every day, you're having sex with this person, you're dating this person, you know where they live, they know where you live because you've been in each other's homes, and then they just up and be like, bye. Yeah, they are crappy and they shouldn't be in your life. And call them whatever you want in order to make yourself feel better. They a coward, a punk, a lame, whatever. I'm with all of those terms because I do feel like it's just shitty. Like I said to someone before, like, imagine we're just sitting here talking at dinner and I just get up and leave. Like, I ordered dinner, we had appetizers, I ordered dinner, and while you're sitting there talking, I just grab my purse and I just walk out the room, and that's it. Everyone would think that was a crazy thing. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why ghosting it somehow gets all of these passes that it's okay to do. It's okay for you to, again, for it to be done to you in the sense that it's protecting you from something. But I don't know why y'all think that that's a cool thing to do, because it's not. It's not okay. And it can create those weird feelings in people of feeling inadequate or insecure, because everyone isn't as confident and isn't as strong and isn't as I don't know, they don't have the esteem for themselves to believe that, like, that ain't had nothing to do with me. Everyone hasn't arrived to that station. So some people can get really down on themselves about something that you could have just released them from, even if it was a lie. Like, I don't want to do this no more because I don't want to be in a relationship. It has nothing to do with you. Just to kind of set them free. Again, this is more an integrity thing than anything. Like, I'm a person with integrity, and the only times that I've ghosted someone is when, like, I don't even know if I should call it ghosting, but it had just run its course in the sense that you had done too much, or you had said too many things, or you just did weird stuff that's like, you don't even deserve my response.
Yeah.
Those are the only times I've ghosted someone. Like, so just those of you that do it or think it's okay to do, like, it's just a crappy thing. And I just think there's a better way to do that. To just be woman enough, man enough to just say, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, we're just not compatible, or this is not working, or I can't support you through your mom's situation, or you want more than I want. Like, you're moving in a direction of wanting to be my girlfriend, and I don't want to do that. So I just think we should just go our separate ways. And even if they want to ask questions, I don't want to answer questions. I'm just good on this. I'm sorry if I'm hurting you. I apologize for that. But I'm going to go ahead on and get off this phone. I just wanted to say it to you so you didn't have to guess. Ta-da! That's it. I'm not saying it's that quick or easy, but that's a version. Take it and use it.
And I just want to say to those who are being ghosted and have been ghosted, mm-hmm. especially in this scenario, the woman who wrote in. Mm-hmm. So first, I'm going to answer this question for all of y'all.
Uh-oh.
That person does
Papa Dre got Papa Dre with face on.
That person does not want a meaningful relationship with you.
Nope.
They do not. I can answer that for you. There's no need to ask them. Nope. There's no need to try to figure that out. They do not want a meaningful, purposeful, intentional relationship with you. They do not desire that. Nope. So you can just throw that out. You don't need to talk to them. Like I said, nonverbal communication is still communicating.
Yeah.
They don't want that. Mm-hmm. Now you have to look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, would I consider this person a person with integrity? Mm-hmm. The answer will probably be no.
Right.
Do I respect this person and the way that they went about it? The answer will probably be no. Nope. Right? So then you need to ask yourself, then why do I care about the opinion of somebody with no integrity and somebody I don't respect? Why do I care about their opinion of me? They don't have integrity. They may be a little coward. and they're not somebody I respect. So why are we seeking more words from somebody whose words never meant something in the first place?
A low down, dirty monkey with a wig on it.
So you just have to, it's painful. So pain requires a recovery point and a recovery time. So I'm not saying that it's not painful or there won't be time that you will need to recover from it, because it's painful.
Yep.
It hurts. You have to heal from it. But I don't want you going out and seeking the approval of the person who hurt you.
Yeah.
Or more words, which is part of the reason that you hurt in the first place.
Yeah. Just giving them more room to hurt you more.
That's all.
Yeah. And it's a hard lesson to learn, you know, like sometimes that is a very hard lesson to learn. And shout out to the people that can learn it once and never do it again. But it's certain things that breed your willingness to go back into that cycle. And I say that as a woman who's done it. Like, you know better, you know what you're experiencing, and you're still like, you keep trying, you keep wanting to see the light in people who won't see the light in you. Exactly what you're saying. Like, you're just giving them room to just do this to you over and over and over again.
And you know what I've come to settle with? Because although I've been in a relationship for a long time, ghosting can occur in work settings, in professional settings,
Yes.
in friend settings. And I've experienced that. Like, I deal with a lot of, talent in my job, and I've communicate with somebody, then sent something, and then it's just like nothing back.
Gone.
And my rule of thumb now, and what I've learned through this, is like, first, in everything you do, be authentic, be kind, and generous to people. If you are doing those things, then I can live with, if you ghosted me, I can look and say, maybe I was too nice, or but I'm okay with that. I'm okay if you don't hit me back, but I've been nothing but kind. If the only thing you could say is like, they were trying to do too much, or they were trying to be too nice, or they was just like hit me up all the time, just checking on me. Like, if that's all you could say is that I was just being a kind person, or I was being a loving person, or I was being a caring person, and it became too much, or I can live with that.
Me too.
I can live with it. That's what I started to learn. Is like, as long as I'm doing those things, I'm good. You may not, I'll look to see maybe if I could have did something different, but I'm not going to beat myself up about me being wrong, especially if it's not something that you told me I did wrong. It's something that you just left and didn't even message me about.
Yeah.
I may evaluate something I did wrong if in the period you came to me and was like, hey, this is how I'm feeling, this is how the interaction is, blah, 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 I think I'm going to take a step back. Then I could respect what you say and really take that as true, like, constructive criticisms for how I may need to operate better. But if you just leave, and I know I've been nothing but kind and generous and nice to you, an authentic person, then I don't take that to heart anymore, like how maybe in the past I may have took it to heart. It's like, well, it just didn't work out. Maybe they didn't get my personality. Maybe, they took this the wrong way.
Yeah.
But
they didn't even give me the benefit of the doubt.
It wasn't my intention. That's not what I was trying to do. So I'm good with it. You win some, you lose some.
Totally.
It's just the reality of life.
Yeah, it is.